This is the Spanish Head Start for Puerto Rico Self-Evaluation Quiz, Module 4, Unit 1. You will hear 12 situations. Respond to each situation during the pause. If you can respond correctly in the pause, you are ready to go on to the next unit. Ready? Let's begin. Situation 1. Suppose that you and your wife want to go to dinner with another couple, and you have to make reservations by phone. Tell the restaurant employee that you want to reserve a table for 4 persons.
Quiero reservar una mesa para 4 personas.
Situation 2. While making a reservation, you want to be specific. Tell the employee at the restaurant, for tonight at 6:30.
Para esta noche, a las 6:30.
Situation 3. You're at the table at a restaurant and want to see the menu. How would you say, "The menu, please"?
El menú, por favor.
Situation 4. Assume you and your wife are in a restaurant and want a drink before dinner. Speaking for both you and your wife, tell the waiter to bring you a piña colada and a scotch and soda.
Tráiganos una piña colada y un whisky con soda.
Situation 5. You and some friends are at a restaurant for dinner. When the waiter is taking the drink order, you want to tell him that your wife is not going to drink anything. How do you say this to the waiter?
Mi esposa no va a tomar nada.
Situation 6. The waiter wants to know what your son wants to eat. Tell him that he is not going to eat anything.
Él no va a comer nada.
Situation 7. Before your main course, you decide you want an appetizer. How would you ask for a shrimp cocktail?
Quiero un cóctel de camarones.
Or,
Deme un cóctel de camarones.
Situation 8. In reserving a table, the restaurant employee says to you,
¿Para cuándo?
"What does this mean?" It means, "For when?" Situation 9. You're trying to make a reservation at a restaurant by phone, and the employee says to you,
Su nombre, por favor.
"What does this mean?" It means, "Your name, please." Situation 10. After you enter a restaurant and tell the maitre d' that you want a table for you and your wife, he says to you,
Por aquí, por favor.
What did he say to you? He said, "This way, please." Situation 11. The waiter has brought you the menu, and before leaving he asks,
¿Van a tomar algo?
What did he ask you? He asked, "Are you going to have something to drink?" Situation 12. The waitress comes to your table and says,
¿Desea un aperitivo?
What did she ask you? She asked, "Would you like an appetizer?" If you still have any doubts about any of your answers, check the key. Situation 13. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 14. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 15. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 16. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 17. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 18. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 19. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 20. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 21. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 22. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 23. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 24. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the key. Situation 25. You want to reserve a table for 4 persons. Check the k This is the Spanish Head Start for Puerto Rico, Self-Evaluation Quiz, Module 4, Unit 2. You will hear 14 situations. Respond to each situation during the pause. Then you will hear the correct response. Let's begin. Situation 1. Before ordering at a restaurant, you'd like to know what the special of the day is. How do you ask the waiter this?
¿Cuál es el plato del día?
Situation 2. The waiter is ready to take your order. Tell him that you want the soup of the day and shrimp salad.
Yo quiero la sopa del día y ensalada de camarones.
Situation 3. You ask the waiter what the specialty of the house is, and he tells you a certain dish. If you don't know what it is, how would you ask the waiter, "What's that?"
¿Qué es eso?
Situation 4. Tell the waiter you want your steak well done.
Bien cocido.
Or,
Quiero mi bifte bien cocido.
or,
Quiero mi filete bien cocido.
Situation 5. Tell the waiter to please bring you and your spouse a bottle of red wine.
Tráiganos una botella de vino tinto, por favor.
Situation 6. You're eating pork chops, which are delicious. The waitress comes to your table to see if everything is okay. How do you tell her the pork chops are delicious?
Las chuletas están deliciosas.
Situation 7. Tell the waiter to give you banana cake and pineapple ice cream for your daughter.
Deme bizcocho de guineo y mantecado de piña para mi hija.
Situation 8. While you are giving your order to the waiter, your son says he's thirsty. How do you tell the waiter, "And a glass of water for my son, please"?
Y un vaso de agua para mi hijo, por favor.
Situation 9. You have finished eating. Tell the waiter to please bring you a cup of coffee and the check.
Tráigame una taza de café y la cuenta, por favor.
Situation 10. You're at a restaurant and the waitress says,
¿Qué va a pedir, señor?
"What did she say?" "What are you going to order, sir?" Situation 11. While you're eating, the waiter asks you,
¿Qué tal está el arroz con pollo?
what does he want to know? He wants to know how the chicken and rice is. Situation 12. You have made your selection from the menu, and the waiter asks you,
¿Cómo quiere su bifte?
what did he ask you? How do you want your steak? Situation 13. After telling you what the specialty of the house is, the waiter adds,
Es delicioso, señor.
What did he say? It's delicious, sir. Situation 14. As you're finishing the main course, the waitress says,
¿Van a querer postre?
what did she ask you? Are you going to want dessert? If you still have any doubts about any of your answers to the situations in the quiz, check the key.